Hi, my name is Lynne Dowell and I'm Mrs. Texas International. My husband Kale and I will celebrate 6 years of marriage in September after starting off as friends before we dated. I love building on that foundation in our relationship. He helps me be more adventurous and less structured, and I help him to plan more and stay organized. I feel we complement each other really well, and ultimately our faith continues to bring us closer together as life throws us curveballs. The first 4 years of our marriage, we set out to travel the world before we started our family. I truly believe travel is one of the few things you can spend your money on that makes you richer. It opens your eyes to other cultures and allows you to have empathy for people who are not like you. Our daughter Sawyer Grace will turn 2 in June and added a joy we didn't know existed. She's an 8th generation Texan and already showing her love for all things Southern. Starting a family was not only a gift, but it inspired the identity of my platform. The tragedy of sex trafficking became an almost tangible risk. This could happen to children like my very own daughter. Thus, Defiant Hope was born, created, launched. Up until just about 5 years ago, I thought trafficking was what you saw in the movie Taken. Still horrible, but small and overseas. Then when the Super Bowl took place in New Orleans in 2013, I started hearing talks of anti-trafficking campaigns. I remember thinking, what in the world are they talking about? This doesn't happen in the United States. So I started to ask questions. Questions you don't want the answers to. I was taken aback to learn that not only was trafficking happening in the United States, my hometown of Houston was one of the worst for sex trafficking. My heart literally broke learning about the more than 25 million estimated victims trapped in modern-day slavery around the world. The first time I met president and founder of Love 146, I was pregnant with my daughter. Love 146 exists to end child trafficking and exploitation. So you can imagine how it resonated with me. That was my turning point. I was all in to end this epidemic. This past year, we raised more than $2 million to help 3 partner organizations, 821 International Justice Mission and the McMahon Ryan Child Advocacy Center. I'm a volunteer leader with the International Justice Mission. I'm also one of the founding members of Houston 20. We partner with nonprofits to fight sex trafficking with a citywide strategy to knock out the biggest need and have already scaled to the Austin 20 and hope to grow with 20s in every state. Our organization was recently mentioned in both the House and Senate floor, championing our efforts to pass the FOSTA-SESTA legislation to fight trafficking online. As Mrs. International, I will continue my platform, Defiant Hope, fighting trafficking until all are free by working alongside global organizations like Love 146, Dressember, and International Justice Mission to continue to bring awareness to this injustice so no one else thinks trafficking is what you see in the movies, but a very real epidemic that impacts every country. You can follow along my year at Mrs. TXINTL and on Facebook at Mrs. Texas International.